my channel. It's your girl Crest. Based on the title, you already know that this is a book review for the book written by Pastor Michael Todd, which is entitled How to Win at Dating, Marriage, and Sex. Now, I must say from the get-go, this book had me up nights. Like, I couldn't put this book down. This was how impactful it was for me. I literally had to tell myself, Crest, you have to go to work in the morning. So yeah, it just shows how impactful the book was to me. And if I must say, I will give this book 10 out of 10. I'm an avid reader of relationship books. I really love reading relationship books. This is probably the 6th book for the year on relationships I've read, and this is by far the most interesting, the most informative book that I've read on relationship so far. For those of you who don't know, Pastor Michael Todd is the senior pastor at Transformation Church in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, he has a wealth of sermons on relationship, sex, and marriage. But I believe this is why the book was written, so that it can be spread to different nations throughout the world. My favorite chapters in this book were chapters 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah, I know those are a wealth of different chapters, but I just felt like the chapters stood out to me, with specific emphasis on chapters 5 and 6. Those chapters spoke on sex and soul ties. The way he spoke of soul ties and the different types of soul ties for a person or a thing, it really stood out to me. And I believe that there are other young people who may be affected by this very thing called soul tie, and they don't even know until probably they get into marriage, and they can't forget about that person or that thing that they were once connected to. So I believe that this is a book that all missionaries, all Royal Rangers, youth groups, churches, mothers, young adults, everybody should get a copy of this book, because literally we don't know it all. So yeah, I would recommend this book 100%. Okay? Now, if I must say something that I disliked about this book, and it's only one thing, that was when Pastor Michael spoke of Beyonce as a prophet, quote unquote. The fact that it was quote unquote, I know that he didn't mean literally she was a prophet, because while if you read the book, or if you are going to read the book, you will see that he placed certain secular songs and certain secular names in the book which relates to the young generation, and that's quite understandable. But if I must say, that was the only thing I thought that shouldn't have been mentioned. Her name shouldn't have been mentioned as a prophet, quote unquote, or whatever it may be. But apart from that, this book is exceptional. I am an avid reader of relationship books. This is probably the 6th one I've read for the year so far, and I would definitely say this is the best I've read on relationship books so far. So I would recommend this book 100%. The fact that the language in this book is completely conversational, an 11-year-old can read this book, a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old can read this book, and I believe that you should be allowing your younger ones to read it, because you would save them so many headaches as they get older to deal with relational stuff. With that being said, I want to promote my very own Inspire Book Rental, where I have books just like this and other business books and inspirational books to rent. I'll link the page below so that you can have a visit there, so you can rent this book. The vision behind Inspire Book Rental is that not everyone is able to purchase a book for $5,000 or $6,000 or whatever. So I've provided a platform where persons are able to rent a book for as low as $500 for a week, and you'll be able to read that book and then return it so that somebody else can get an opportunity to read the very book and gain the same knowledge, interpretation, and understanding. So I'll leave the link of this book rental below so that you'll be able to see the books that you would want to rent and just hit your girl up. Alright, so with those few words, I say it's your girl Crest, and remember, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. Bye!